All right, so what we're going to be talking about is how do I import a bunch of Groupon codes into Event Espresso 3. Um, there is not a way to do this in within Event Espresso itself. There is no CSV importer built in. The best thing that you can do is to load up your database in PHP MyAdmin. Usually you can get access to that through your cPanel if you have your web server is hosted or using shared hosting. Usually you go to cPanel login, you'll be able to get to PHP MyAdmin through there. Um, the first thing, what I did was go ahead and export my um, WP events Groupon codes table. I exported that in CSV format. Um, I was then able to open that in my spreadsheet program, and when I open it up, I actually had this first column had the uh, IDs. Now in the database, since the IDs auto increment when you add new rows to this table, you actually don't need oops you actually don't need uh, anything in this first column. So you'll want to go ahead and have a blank column as column A. Just leave that blank. Column B, you'll want to have all zeros. And what that does is set uh, the event ID on a Groupon code to 0. Um, when the code actually gets used, uh, you'll this event ID will get changed as well as the date uh, when it was used, and the attendee ID will get changed. But for when you're trying to do an import, you want the first column to be blank, the second column to be 0, the third column you want to have the Groupon code that you're actually going to want that you're trying to add to the database. So here in the third column is going to be your column of actual Groupon codes. The fourth column, you want that to be 1, the fifth column blank, sixth column 0, and the seventh column 000-00-00. Um, when I did a add new Groupon code in the Event Espresso uh, admin, and I put in Groupon code uh, ABCDEF and hit submit, these are the entries that were actually created. ID of 1, but like I said, that'll auto increment, so you can leave that one blank. 0, the Groupon code, Groupon status 1, holder blank, attendee ID 0, and date 000-00-00. So that is what you're going to want your data to look like in your CSV file. Now, one thing that did trip me up when I was sort of trying to do this, my spreadsheet program, if I just hit save right in this dialog, it will actually overwrite the format that is there that it opens in. When you when you if you do an export from phpMyAdmin, all the text will be wrapped in quotation marks, and the separator is a comma. Now, in my spreadsheet program, if I just use the regular save dialog, it's going to change that to not putting the quotation marks around the text, and the delimiter is not going to be a comma, it's going to be a tab character. So what I need to do is change my filter settings, save, replace it, and it will give me this dialog where I can set the field delimiter to be a comma, and I can tell it to quote all text cells. And if I hit save, it'll come up in the right format with the comma as the delimiter and all the text wrapped in quotation marks. Um, what you then want to do is go back to phpMyAdmin, select import, select the file, the CSV file, make sure the format changes should auto change to right here to CSV, columns separated with a comma, columns enclosed with quotation marks, hit go, and it will add the contents of the CSV file to the table. When you then go back to your Groupon page in the Event admin, you can see that it added all those new Groupon codes in there. So that's how you're going to go about doing that. All right, thanks.